Hello, students. So let's take a look at these questions and do your corrections along if you are not successful yet. And if you're successful, do give yourself a pat on the back. And later on, we can indicate the points that you have actually earned. So let's begin. So here's a diagram that's given to you. It's a Christmas tree. And a point A somewhere away came from the foot of the Christmas tree is given, right? With angle that is 32 degrees with a horizontal. So we're supposed to find the height. So from here is a simple analysis that we are actually dealing with the opposite side as well as the adjacent. Therefore, we can say that tangent 32 degrees is equals to the height, right? That will be, let's label as TB over 34 meters, right? So the TB is equals to 34 multiplied by tangent 32 degrees, and TB is the height, so height, right? Therefore height is equals to 21.2 meters, rounded off to 3 significant figures. Moving on to the next question. Right here, we have a clock tower. It's 82 meters high. It casts a shadow, right? So what happened is we want to find the angle PRQ, which is otherwise also known as the angle elevation, right, from R. So this is the angle we want to find. So what we can do is again identifying that this is the opposite and the adjacent. So tangent angle PRQ, my PRQ is 82 over 62, which we can reduce to the lowest simplest form if you want to, right? 82 give us 41/31, right? 41 over 31. Let me just zoom in over here. Therefore, the angle PRQ will be the inverse of 41 over 31, and let's work this out on the calculator. We get 52.9 degrees, right? And this is in 1 decimal place for a degree. Got that? Next question. City is standing 7.05 meters away from the statue of the Merlion at the Merlion Park, sure, right? The height of her eyes, again, is angle is from her feet. There we are. Okay, so cute. 1.55 meters. Given that the angle elevation of the top of the statue from her eyes 42 degrees, find the height of the statue. So what we're going to do is, right, the right angle triangle is there, okay? So the height is, let's label it with a red pen here. This is the height, okay, and the distance is 7.05. Therefore, again, it is a tangent situation. We know that the height is going to be, okay, so the height of statue is going to be equals to 1.55 plus, right, h. And what is h? H is actually 7.05 times tangent 42 degrees, right? So with a bit of practice, this is something that you should be able to achieve after a while. So tangent 42, right, multiplied by 7.05 plus 1.55 is 7.897848, etc., etc. So rounded off to 3 significant figures, you do get 7.90 meters. There, 3 significant figures. Okay, right. Next, a plank of 4 centimeter rests against the wall, 1.8 meters high, such that 1.2 meters of the plank lies beyond the wall. Right, I believe that there's a typo to this question. I don't think the blank is 4 centimeter. It should be 4 meters, right? So let's amend that. So this is what we have. One good practice is to do a quick sketch of the diagram, right? So if I have a wall that's 1.8, then I have a plank that's going over, and this plank is 4 meters, and 1.2, right? This portion here is 1.2, right? So let me just clean up the diagram a bit, okay? Which means this portion here will be 4 minus 1.2, which gives us 2.8, right? So this is how the diagram actually sort of look like, okay, if we draw it out. And we want to find the angle the plank mixed with the wall. So this is the angle, right, that we mix with, no, this is not the angle it mixed with the wall. This is the angle it mixed with the wall. Okay, so maybe just use a different color to make it more obvious. This is the plank, right? And this is, and the wall, let's use purple. This is the wall, right? Okay, so this is what we get. So if we, by sketching the diagram, it gives us a clear idea what's going on over here, right? So to find the angle that we want, which is this one, okay, we have let the angle, right? Let the angle be theta degree. Why not? Okay, just to make things clear. So we are using cosine here. Cosine theta degree is equals to 1.8 over 4 minus 1.2, right? So you want to be very clear about our working. The first step, we just use the information from the diagram, I mean from the question itself, okay, which is equals to 1.8 over 2.8, right? Let's see what the calculator says. Oops, 1.8 divided by 2.8, 9 over 14. So from here, my theta is cosine negative 1. It's not okay, it's actually inverse. That's the right vocabulary to use. And let's see what we have. 49.99, so rounded off, 50.0 degrees, 1 decimal place. There. Alright, so have you been successful? Okay, so let's review. If you go back, yeah, you can give yourself a point for getting the right ratio and 1 for the solution. So a point here and a point here. Okay, for this one you can get a point for getting this height and then the combined height. And finally you get a point for getting this ratio and the final answer. So write down the points you think you deserve and submit it to me to take a look. Have a nice day.